Hey, this is Steve with Degen.club, and today we're going to talk about starting and entering your first club. So, you've signed up for the site, you've registered. The first page you're going to see is going to show you these options to either start your own club or join an existing club. Now, I take it you did this to create your own club, so let's take a look at that. You can either use this button here or in the drop down menu, there's an option to create a new club. Either way, either from this link here, new club, or by using this button on the page, start your own club, you're going to go to the same page. And that page is going to give you options for your club name and a description. And this is your place to kind of like add color, let people know what to expect and what you do as a group. So go ahead and feel free to be colorful with the language here. It's not something that's going to appear generally on the site. This is for you and your members only. There's also a newsletter. I suggest you subscribe to it so that you can get information about contests that are coming. All right, let's create that content, create the club, and we are good to go. So, next options. Now that you've had the club created, you can either add your first contest, or you can start inviting people and creating members. But let's take a look at settings real fast. In the lower left-hand side, you'll see settings. In addition to the name and description you already populated, you can choose which currency your site is going to use. And you can give a club logo. You can upload an image for your club. In this case, I'm going to take the little top hat for our sport and leisure group. I'm going to add that. And at that point, you'll see it load on the screen here, and the icon on the left-hand side now appears. Instead of that S for sport and leisure, you'll see that top hat there. All right, let's go back to that dashboard where we had the options to either create a contest or add people. And let's just browse quickly through the contests and take a look what's available. This will change during the course of the year. As I'm recording this, it's just before the NFL season. So all the contests here are centered around the NFL. But if you were to do this, say, like at the start of the year, you might see things around like the Academy Awards and the NCAA tournament bracket and things like that. Let's go back to that dashboard again. And this time, let's take a look at that invite functionality. So adding members, first of all, you see that invite. That club invite is just a link. You can copy it, send it to people, or you can use that image, send that around, or have people scan it directly from your screen, whether a phone or from your laptop. Let's take a look at the club member list. I can also manually add members even without them having to sign up. These are kind of placeholder members. It's not actually going to create an account, but there will be a member slot in the club for this person. This is helpful for people who don't even want to get online necessarily, but do want to compete in your contests. This way you can keep track of them. As an organizer, it's easy for you, but they don't even have to join the site. Another thing you can do is once they are created as a placeholder member, you can invite someone specifically to take that membership. So you'll notice this invite link looks different than what we saw before because it really is specific to that member. It's a one-use only invite. It's only for that person. They'll take control of that account, and there you have it. All right, let's create our first contest. So it's going to use a survivor contest. That's kind of easy to do. We're just going to give it a name, a description. And again, that's a place where you can be colorful. You could add instructions for people around what you do and what's special about your survivor contest. And below, you'll see the ability to choose a season. Now, in this case, there's kind of really only one NFL season coming. But if you're talking about tournament brackets, for instance, there might be, in addition to the men's and women's tournament bracket, you might choose the Big Ten and offer that bracket, or the ACC. And so you're going to want to look at that drop-down list sometimes. Entry fee, let's make this 100. And then you can actually sometimes allow people to enter the contest more than once. That's really helpful for Survivor. Start date, kind of arbitrary. The NFL season is really the start date time, but this is good for like listings on the site. All right, and that's it. You've created your first contest. That's now available. Let's drill down in, and you can see you can either enter it yourself. That's what most people will do. As an organizer, you'll also have the option to add club members directly. So again, if you have placeholder club members around, you can go ahead and add them to the site. And then lastly, let's take a look at making an avatar. I can go ahead and select an image for myself, open it, and then it replaces the NN for my initials with that avatar. And that's it. You have created your first club, you've invited people, you've created your first contest, and you've customized with both a club logo and your own personal avatar. Welcome to Degen Club.